Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing your girl some love. You guys, I cannot seem to get the lighting right in here. I go from TikTok to YouTube to Instagram, and I have different settings. And I'm sure one of these days I'm gonna have to write the settings down. So I don't know if you can save them on these lights. We have some newness. I was actually on my way to Hollywood to see another uh, influencer, a beauty influencer that's out here from Paris, but she was a little tired, so we're gonna meet up tomorrow. And I don't like being out late, you guys, not too late. If it's past like 8 o'clock, I don't like being out of the house after that because there's too much trouble in the streets today. Anyway, we got some newness from Octavia Morgan. We got some newness from a Middle Eastern fragrance house, French Avenue, and they were supposed to send me over the whole kit. So I'm still a little salty because this was all the way back in February. So they ended up sending me 2 fragrances, and I purchased the other 2. So I'm like, I believe in people. Like, y'all gonna get some tea, okay? Oh, I have the new Selena Gomez fragrance and the new Jackie Innes fragrance. So I believe when you tell people you're going to do something, then you need to follow through on it. So I was a little salty and I told him how I felt because you told me this back in February and then you released it 2 months ago and I still didn't get it. And this is what you specifically told me about before the release. So I don't like people playing with my time, number one. And if you tell me you're going to do something, because that's how I am, if I tell you I'm going to do it, even if I got to bend over backwards to do it, I'm going to do it because I don't promise people stuff and not come through. Anyway, that's why I don't deal with a lot of fragrance houses. Number one, okay? Anyway, back to Octavia Morgan's newness, Jackie Innes, Selena Gomez, and French Avenues, okay? But y'all, they got some good stuff that smells good. So anyway, please continue to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, all that good stuff, y'all, and let's get started. So the very two, Octavia Morgan, she is a fine fragrance, a black-owned perfume house, black-owned perfumer. She was a nurse in her past life. I don't still think she's doing bedside, but now she is the very first black woman under a fine fragrance beauty brand at Ulta Beauty, y'all. So go show her some love. These 2 new releases are online and they're good, okay? They're actually great. It is Vanilla Supreme, and then Casablanca. So she sent me over these 2 fragrances here. They come in 50 mLs, and of course they come like her packaging. When you order stuff from her, of course she's gonna send you samples. And the packaging is really nice, okay? You guys know that I love Dark Rose. I love Midnight Orchard. Those are my favorite. So Dark Rose, Midnight Orchard, La Fere kind of gives you a little bit of that B540 airy, fresh, clean, musky vibe. There's a lot there. It smells like there's a bit of an ambroxan feel in there. So those 3 are at Ulta Beauty. Those 3 are my favorite, and then Casablanca, and then Vanilla and Supreme. So my top 5 Octavia Morgan fragrances are here, okay? These 2 you can buy at Ulta.com. So in Vanilla Supreme, Vanillin, I keep saying vanilla, y'all. Vanillin Supreme, we're gonna talk about that first. Go support your black-owned business brands and perfumers. And I love that she puts the keynotes on the back of the box. So in here you have because this kind of gives me a little bit of a nuance of another fragrance, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. But it is not a dupe at all. So there's vanilla rose, rum, cacao, and sandalwood. So this smells like loads of vanilla, really silky sandalwood, and it gives you that boozy, chocolatey, not chocolatey, but more of like a milky cacao, lush sandalwood. It gives you some rose. It's boozy, it's sweet, it's unisex. It's not overly sweet, but this is amazing alone because I tested it alone. But when I actually wore this fragrance, I wore it as a layer. But anyway, if you love a vanilla fragrance and if you like that nuance from, I think they changed the name, but I have the Guerlain's Gourmand Coquin or Elixir Charnel Guerlain's Elixir Charnel, because the name was super long. So Guerlain's Elixir Charnel Gourmand Coquin and it's another name today. If you like that, a little bit of that chocolatey boozy rose nuance on top of a beautiful vanilla and sandalwood, then you're gonna love Vanillin Supreme. So get your nose on this one. Now, Casablanca. Casablanca is absolutely gorgeous. So in here you have your amber, plum, woods, and Madagascar vanilla. They are both vanilla-based fragrances. If you kind of like that wood shavings, a beautiful Palo Santo sandalwood, but it's definitely giving you a Palo Santo vibe. Beautiful Palo Santo, a little plum, sandalwood, and vanilla, then you're gonna love Casablanca. Casablanca is outstanding. So what I did, because I don't know why I decided to do this, so I layered Casablanca and Vanillin Supreme. You guys, top tier. This is such a gorgeous layer, and y'all, it's amazing. I love it. This is gonna carry me. I mean, you can wear them both alone for the summer, and they would definitely carry you because they're very warm into the fall and the winter. But the two layered together, Vanillin Supreme and Casablanca, are absolutely stunning. So y'all, once again, I'll rate I'm not gonna rate them. I'll give you my top four. So my top four: these two, Vanillin Supreme, Casablanca, Dark Rose, and Midnight Orchard. Midnight Orchard smells like peaches, vanillas, and woods. It's very lush. It gives an apricot vibe. And Dark Rose is like that dark purple plummy rose, sandalwood. It is absolutely gorgeous. And like a black velvety or maroon rose. Gorgeous. Love those. So the next one we're going to smell. Now, I did smell this in Sephora today. This is Jackie Aina's new fragrance. Forever Mood. Now, with her other fragrances, I smelled them all, okay? And they weren't for me. I know everyone was talking about the lemon, vanilla, citrusy lemon vanilla fragrance, but I have the Kayali Citrus Vanilla Capri. Unknown Pleasures is top tier when it comes to a citrus vanilla caramel tea-like vibe. It is the most amazing. If you have not tried Unknown Pleasures by Kerosene, it's the best citrus vanilla gourmand you'll ever get your nose on, aside from Kayali's. Kayali's has a little bit of raspberry and some magnolia, some other florals in there, which I absolutely love. And then you have, of course, Lyra Zerja. And I have some other floral citrus gourmand fresh leaning fragrances. So that one I liked. The other ones, they weren't for me. So I was like, you know what? I really wanted Jackie Aina in my collection. You know, I want to support the sister. So it was in a brown bottle. So I said, maybe it's going to be more warm, ambery, a little more gourmand. And then I heard that there was pistachio in it. So the key notes of this fragrance is roasted pistachio, Turkish rose, vanilla milk. And it says, for that girl that leaves an impression wherever she goes. So now to me, when I sprayed this fragrance, I got rose. Yeah. And it says Turkish rose. So I got a lot of kind of like a dry green rose. It was spicy in the opening. So this is the packaging. It was spicy in the opening. I do love I like this bottle. I like the color. It looks a little more elegant than the other ones. The other ones, to me, kind of look a little more toy-like, but this one looks a little more elegant for some odd reason, maybe because it looks like a real gem. But anyway, I smelled this already. I sprayed it, I wore it, and I really, really like it. Now, I believe like this is a fragrance if you want to be introduced to rose, maybe a little pistachio. So like I said, it's a very fresh, juicy, tart Turkish rose. You know, and you don't get a huge nutty volume of gourmand pistachio in the opening. But as this fragrance dries, you get a creamy nuttiness. As this fragrance dries, it gets a little more ambery, slightly more kind of like creamy, milky, not too lactonic, but it gets a little more creamy from the milk. And you get a little bit of a nutty nuance. It's not a huge pistachio fragrance off top, which I'm actually happy because I got enough pistachio fragrances. Actually, Sweet Confessions, Habibi just came out with one that I'm absolutely obsessed with. There's pistachios, almonds. It smells like a sugared glazed on a vanilla donut or something. You know, give you that slight escapade gourmand. There's some, what do you call it? Some cherry blossom in here. It gives it that freshness and a little bit of cacao. My coworker smelled this. She said it smells a little bit like a fresh chocolate covered cherry. I was like, really? I don't get that much cacao or chocolate in here, but she did. But I got more of a fresh, airy nuttiness from the pistachios and the almonds. It is absolutely beautiful. And that vanilla, that rich vanilla in there. So anyway, this fragrance is really nice. It's definitely rose centered, and as it dries, you get a little bit of that ambery nuttiness. It's warm, it's creamy, and I really like this. But am I going to wear it? Am I going to reach for this? I think this demographic of fragrance lovers will probably be young. They'll be new to the fragrance scene. They don't have a huge collection. They may have like 20 fragrances. People that are going to really be obsessed with this are going to be new to like the fragrance life, or like those TikTokers, people like that. But I think if you have a huge fragrance collection, this may get lost in the sauce. But it is a beautiful rose, slightly pistachio creamy leaning fragrance with beautiful warm ambers. So yeah, I really like it. It's nice. It gives a nuttiness as it dries down, but you still get that rose on top of that. I feel like I get more rose from this one than I did in the actual Sephora store. But that juicy Turkish rose in the opening is gorgeous. So anyway, Forever Mood, she was here, okay? She was here. So this one is my favorite from the entire Forever Mood collection, you guys. She was here, okay? Leave your mark. So the next one we're going to talk about is a Selena Gomez fragrance. This is Rare Beauty, you guys. I haven't spoken about these on Instagram, so I may release this tomorrow or not. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? They are having like a summit out here in Los Angeles, but love this. They sent me some Rare Beauty products a while back that I absolutely love. Very clean makeup products, because you guys know that I'm not a super huge makeup girly. Okay, and I do love the small packaging, you know, and this is, the cap is like aluminum, I think. But I do love this packaging, you guys. This is really cute. And apparently, I think there's like some amplifiers or some layers that she is bringing out with this. That didn't come, that I know of, in here. I don't think there's a backing to this. Yeah, I think that's it, y'all. That's it here. But y'all, I can't throw away this package. I love it. Anyway, her pictures are there. So in this fragrance, Rare Beauty, and it's called Rare Eau de Parfum. Let's see what's in here. It says a scent that evolves every passing moment. Does it give me the notes, y'all? Let's see. I don't know. I don't see any notes, but I was told that it's also caramel, vanilla, and sandalwood. Okay, so let's go ahead, take this little plastic tabby thing off right here, and let's spray it, okay? So caramel, vanilla, and sandalwood, and there's a sprayer there. So, I think it locks, okay? Oh, that's cute. You twist it this way, it locks. Love that. Atomizers, okay. So, first impressions, okay, sandalwood. Literally sandalwood, fresh sandalwood, very smooth, buttery. There may be a floral in here that they're not mentioning, but I'm picking up a white floral, maybe jasmine or some magnolia. But yeah, it's very light and airy, very simplistically beautiful, easy. If you like those fragrances like Victoria's Secret Bear, minus the rose, but just like a musky caramel, sandalwood, then if you like Bear by Victoria's Secret, then you're going to love this one right here. Anyway, it's really nice. This would be nice for somebody young, introduction to fragrances. This is not super sweet. It's not heavy on the caramel as of yet, but I like it. It's really nice, easy wear. I could see wearing this to work. Definitely 365 days a year, you know, winter, spring, summer, fall. But yeah, a lovely sandalwood base fragrance with a little bit of vanilla and caramel to sweeten it up just a little bit. If you like those fragrances like I said, Victoria's Secret Bear, not too heavy, light, fresh, airy, musky, then you're going to love that one. So now let's get to the gist of all of this, okay? So I have 4 fragrances. We're going to talk about French Avenues. Actually, let's talk about the 2 that they sent me. So they sent me 2. They sent me Pisces. They sent me Pisces and Scorpio. They didn't send me the calendar, which had like smaller versions. I wanted to do like a whole thing, y'all. My friend, I don't believe in like astrology, all that stuff, but sometimes it's just fun, okay? Because I don't believe, like, I'm typically not your average Scorpio. People always tell me that. So I do have some of the traits that people say, but for the most part, I'm not your average Scorpio, okay? So they sent me Pisces and they sent me Scorpio. Then I ended up buying Aries and Libra, I think it is. So let's talk about Pisces and Scorpio. So let's talk about me first, okay? So in Scorpio, Scorpio is a tobacco vanilla with some citruses in the opening. It's very woody. So it's almost giving you like a fresh cigar with a bright citrus, like a bergamot, pink pepper in the opening. So you have your, with some, it's a little aromatic too as well, but it's basically a warm vanillic tobacco fragrance. So in here you have your pink pepper neroli, lemon, Davana in the opening. It is a little green, refreshing, zesty in the opening. And then in the dry down, you have your tobacco, vanilla, your rum. It's a little boozy, your vetiver and sage. Now, this is a lovely fragrance. I'm definitely going to be wearing Scorpio. Scorpios, as they say, are a little dark, mysterious, you know, all of that, which I am. Unpredictable, I am, you know. I don't go along with the algorithm on nothing. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm going to put it out there. It is what it is, okay? I'm so random in my life, but this is woody, fresh, zesty, aromatic tobacco with vanilla, but very easy on the nose. A lot of beautiful woods and vanilla. So this is not a heavy tobacco fragrance. So it's a tobacco fragrance I feel you can wear alone, or you can layer with. You can add a little more vanilla to this. When I wear this, I'm definitely making it a little sweeter because there's a bit of a sweetness with this tobacco, but it's not super heavy, but you definitely get a beautiful aromatic with that sage and vetiver. I love vetiver in fragrances, so I do love Scorpio. It is my number 3, okay? So the next one is Pisces. Now, Pisces blew me away. So look at the box, y'all. The packaging comes with, they sent me Pisces. I asked them to send something else, but they didn't send that, and they ended up sending me Pisces. But I'm glad that they sent me Pisces instead of what I asked for, because I love Pisces. So this is a little pamphlet on all of the signs. Really nice, and information on the signs. So in Pisces, I put a green, fruity, aromatic fragrance with a woodiness to it. So there's blackcurrant, juniper berries, there's margarita. I put in there was boozy too. There's a margarita note, cardamom, tonka bean. So this fragrance smells like a boozy tropical drink with some warm spices from the cardamom. But when I tell you, this is my number 2, y'all, out of the 4. This is a boozy, it smells like rum and vodka. I've been loving juniper berry because I get a lot of juniper berry indecisions. I've been loving juniper berry because it adds, to me, juniper berry adds a bit of a grape vibe to things. A crunchy, juicy, grapey vibe, green frozen grapey vibe with a little bit of spices. And just imagine green grapes and a warm cardamom spiced margarita that's really cold, and a little bit of black currant. This is absolutely gorgeous. Love the details, the stones, all of that. So get your nose on Pisces. Completely unisex. Scorpio to me is unisex because it's not too heavy on the tobacco. It's beautiful. But I think more men would love Scorpio. But if you like a heavier fragrance, and if you're into Middle Eastern fragrances, you're going to love Scorpio. Pisces, if you like that gin and tonic, boozy, sweet, fruity fragrance, tropical fragrance, you're going to love Pisces. Pisces to me is absolutely unisex, and it's super fruity, and I'm obsessed, y'all. So anyway, Libra, let's start with Aries. Aries is my number 4. So Aries is more of a predictable fragrance, gorgeous packaging as well. Love these bottles. Like I said, I'm not too heavy into astrology, but I do love the packaging and the fun. So Aries is a fruity floral. It's a fruity, musky white floral. And it almost gave me like some designer vibes. You know, it is a nice fragrance, and I think this could be an introduction fragrance to somebody, or if you wanted to buy somebody a fragrance, this is feminine leaning. If you wanted to buy them a gift, I think this is an easier enough scent to blind buy it, and for somebody to like it if they like fruity, white, floral, musky fragrances. So Aries, you have your pomegranate, pink pepper. I thought this was going to be a little heavier, juicier, more dense, syrupy on the pomegranate, but I do love the light, airy pomegranate in here. Pink pepper, there's black currant in here. You definitely get a little fresh, airy, juicy black currant, freesia, rose, apple, and mandarin. So to me, this gives those designer vibes like Lieb, not Lieb. Let's just say Lancome, like what do you call it? Tresor La Nuit, or Si Passiones, or Si Passiones, not Passiones, Si Passiones, or like Armani, or just like those in that designer realm, like when you walk into a Macy's and you see all those designer fragrances on the counter. That is what this is smelling like. It is not groundbreaking. It's a nice fragrance, any age range. It smells very modern, you know, from your early 20s or late teens to like your whatever 80s. You can wear this fragrance. So Aries, very non-offensive, very easy. Get your nose on it. The rose in here is not too prominent. You get more of the freesia, black currant, the apple, a little bit of rose, pomegranate, and it's a little spicy in the opening and woody from the pink pepper. So Libra is my favorite of them all, and it is absolutely like pretty in pink. So Libra definitely is fire. It is giving those Middle Eastern punchy vibes with that saffron. If you like fragrances like Armani's Rose d'Arabi, or Byredo's Black Saffron, but with a little bit of a feminine twist, a feminine fruity twist, like a cherry. Actually, I'm going to say this is straight up unisex. If you want that, you know, that warm cherry black saffron vibe, then this is good. So in here you have your saffron, cherry, violet, rose, incense, myrrh, musk, and ambroxan. So you get that cherry saffron in the opening. That saffron kind of gives you a very soft, warm, leathery vibe a little bit, and I am loving this one. Libra is actually my favorite. Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, and then Aries is nice, okay? But Libra, spicy, and Libra and Pisces, bomb. Scorpio, lovely, like just elegant. And then, what did I say? The other one, Aries is nice, okay? So anyway, you get that burst of cherry in the opening with a beautiful spicy pink pepper saffron. As it dries, it gives you a little bit of a leathery nuance, you guys. This one is gorgeous. It's warm. You get a little myrrh. It's not too spicy, but a little hint of spicy creaminess. That ambergris in here, I'm just assuming that it just makes it fresh. The violet just makes it powdery, right along with the creamy leather saffron vibe. Not heavy on the leather, but more of a light, soft, leathery suede-like vibe with a cherry nuance. Anyway, I love Libra. Yeah. Maybe I need to date a Libra, y'all. I don't know. Anyway, I think that is all. Go on to the world, spread amazing, see how you do good, be good, all of that. And you guys, some newness that some I literally just got today. And some I've had for a couple days now, or about a week. Anyway, go on to the world, spread amazing, see how you do good, be good, all that good stuff. And let me know if you're interested in any of these fragrances. I hope you're interested in Octavia Morgan's. Those are beautiful. Jackie Ina's is really, really nice. Selena Gomez is nice and easy. And you guys already know about French Avenue. All right, bye-bye. Love you guys.